Hello! Over the course of the next 2 days, I'll be visiting waterfalls just like this one across southern Laos. This entire area of southern Laos is known as the Bolivian Plateau. It's an area where it's rather flat land, but there is deep drop-offs which create these waterfalls that are in the area. Not like we're in central Laos, where there's a lot more mountains that are karst mountains that have, those very large caves. Here, it's all flat for the most part. There is a couple mountains here and there. But the axis of waterfalls in this area and compared to caves is so completely different. So, walking to the second one now, there's a couple I'll be seeing today, a couple more tomorrow. The names of these waterfalls is a lot different from source to source, mostly because they're just translating the local language of Lao into English and trying to make it sound the same. Here's the next one. A lot shorter, but very cool anyways. I'll watch at the bottom. It doesn't rain once in 2 weeks. And the day I decide to go back on a motorcycle, it starts raining again, because of course it does. Well, I'm going to try to find some shelter before this rain gets any worse. But that was a nice little pit stop. The next waterfall's not too far away, so I might go there first and maybe cross my fingers on this rain. Or I might stop and get lunch. I haven't eaten all day yet. So, whichever one comes first, I guess. I didn't make it all the entrance of this place before it started downpouring. So I'll sit here for a while. Well, now that I'm completely soaking wet, I've made it to the top of the third waterfall here. And it does look beautiful. Now that I'm already soaking wet, a little bit of mist from a waterfall doesn't hurt as much. finally made it to the mountains. And currently, according to Google Maps, I'm not on a road. So I've been kind of just wandering around in the general vicinity of where I need to go. Meeting some really nice people, smiling, waving, especially the kids. You don't see too many white people around here, so I'm the foreigner here, obviously. But not sure if you can tell, but that far mountain, a bunch of smog around it. That's due to them starting to burn the rice fields to get ready to plant them again for the spring. So in this area especially, that I've noticed in the south of Laos, it started to get rather filled with smoke, especially up in the mountains. Not as bad as some other parts in Southeast Asia that I've seen. This doesn't really seem to be affecting my breathing at all, but if I stayed up in the mountains long enough, I probably would be. But I'm going to carry on here and do some good here. You can really start to see the smoke, especially over there. That mountain right there is not too far away, and it's full of vegetation that is not green to my eye at all. Might look a little better on the camera maybe, but an interesting interaction I had right after I put down the camera. On the last clip, one of those trailers that pretty much has a riding lawnmower engine connected to the front of it stopped, and a couple people stopped and jumped out and wanted to take a picture with me just because I'm white. Haven't had that experience before. Just because I happen to be in a rural area where they don't see a whole lot of white people apparently makes me famous enough to stop and take a picture with, which, hey, I was flattered, not gonna lie. That's welcoming, but it's the end of day one of this 2-day video here. Tomorrow, more waterfalls, more driving. What else would you expect? Walking to the first waterfall of the day on a very well designated path. Otherwise, I would not be walking randomly in the woods in Laos. Don't want to accidentally step on a bomb. That would not be fun. So, I'm going to continue my way up this path until I find the waterfall. And hopefully this leads me to the right way. I'll update you then. That's kind of neat. These two massive trees grew together up one side to the top. Well, I guess I'll keep on going. Just keep on following the orange marked trees every 3 steps. Found it! I'm sure the rain we got yesterday is really helping this waterfall flow. the last waterfall of the trip here is a little bit underwhelming, but it does come with about a 300-foot drop. So at least I have a great view. With another slightly larger waterfall over here. A little bit of an underwhelming end, but fun trip overall. That's gonna be the end of this one. Bye-bye.